Hello guys, welcome to CodeRuck. Hope you are doing great. Before moving to our today's topic, Laravel logging tutorial, don't forget to subscribe, comment and like. As we know, as per today's software requirement, we always need to have proper logging system because it helps in monitoring, performance and debugging. So today we are going to discuss Laravel logging channels, and also we will discuss also how you can create your own, or you can say custom logging channel which you can use to log your activities. Okay, so let's first see where the logging file exists. So if I go inside our project folder, we can see one file called logging inside config. Okay, so inside config you can see logging.php file. If you open that file, you can see there are different channels and different options and different configuration they have given us to log your details. By default, if any exception comes up, that automatically get logged, and that file exists in your storage log, just like this one, Laravel log. So yesterday I get some exception and it logged that file, codes, everything here. Okay, and that Laravel do automatically by itself, so that if you don't have any channels, you haven't did any configuration for that channel, so by default Laravel, suppose you are running a web application, okay, and once you are running a web application, suppose during night some exception occurred, so how you gonna know what was the issue of that exception? So for that one, you can go inside storage and log, and you can see one file will get created automatically by Laravel, and there all your exception related details will be there, just like this one. They created date, timestamp, when it occurred, and all the details regarding that one. So that part, so you can say this one is like exception logging, and which Laravel create automatically in your application. Okay, so other than that, Laravel has different channels, like they have single, daily, Slack. So also you can as per your requirement, you can create Slack channel also. So by default, suppose you have used try and catch method in your application, and some exception occurs. So in case you have defined your Slack channel, and there it will automatically trigger that message inside your Slack, so you can immediately check what was the issue of that exception. Okay, other than that, they have paper trail, and if you check this paper trail is kind of log management software, or you can say provider, which you can use in your application as if you want. So if you go inside the pricing, then they also provide free plan also, so no credit card required. So they provide free plans also, and once you do the sign up, you can put the URL and the port number which they provide you. So you can also use this one. By default, your daily one is running just like this, laravel.log. okay, and there are other things which you can see: system log, error logs, null, emergency. So there are different options they have given you to log your details. So today we are going to create our own custom logging file, or you can say custom logging we are defining it so that we can use it in different places. Suppose I am giving you one example. Suppose you have integrated one payment gateway. Okay, so what request payment gateway is receiving and what response we are or the payment gateway giving us. So that part we can log it, we can create a log of that one. So we will create our own logger, and we will define it whenever we are making a request to the payment gateway. We define our logger there. So whatever request it is going, we will log it. Whatever response we are getting, we just write our code so that we can get that as a log. So how it is useful? Suppose in any chance payment gateway haven't received data properly, there's mismatch in the data you have sent and what they have received, so that part you can cross verify it easily. There's other option. If you say you have to create database for that one, and that request and response you can able to log there as well. But other than that, you can create your own logger. So instead of going database directly, you can just go to your project folder and you can check it. So we will see how you can create it. So for that one, first we have to define inside channels. Okay, so I'm creating it. Suppose my daily logs. Okay, so we have defined our own log. After that, it take different parameters. So driver, which driver I'm using, my driver, so I'm just it has to be daily, because what we don't want why the driver is daily, because like today's 9th, so your file will get created by some name which we are going to define it right now. Okay, let's first define all the parameters which going to be have, and then we will discuss what the parameter it may, and our file name will be my daily log. Okay, now what does driver daily means? That means if we just exclude this file, what will happen? Lara will create only one file. Okay, this one wherever we define it, and no matter if it is today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, or after 2-3 days, they will write everything to this file, so that the file size will keep increasing from 1 KB to 2 KB to 3 KB to 5 MB, 10 MB. It will keep increasing. Okay, so if we define Laravel daily, what does it mean? It will define file on daily basis. Suppose today is 9th, so it will create 9th file. It will write daily log -9 something. Tomorrow it will create again new file. So it means on daily basis it will create your file. So and the path where that file will be stored inside your storage, log, and my daily. So you have defined your custom logger. Okay, now how you can use it, let's see. So our application is already running now. As we have gone through our CRUD operation, so there we are going to define it. So let's open that one. Okay, so this one is a CRUD operation. So what we are going to do, whenever someone is adding some product, we will log that one, means add request has sent. So if I go inside that one, app http controller, so we are going to use product controller. And how are we gonna use this one? Suppose whenever we are saving our product, we can define it log. Okay, channel, channel name is this one, and which type of debug it is, info. I think they haven't mentioned it, but they're different kind of debugging type, info, error, these ones. So we are going to define it as a info, sorry. And what text will be there? Suppose I'm writing product, pro store product, add product request here, add product request. Okay, and in that one we are going to store whatever request we are receiving, so we can see what user is, or whoever is adding, what they are adding. So we are going to store is JSON code. So whatever request we will send, it will get as a store, so that we can monitor what the products, the person or whoever is the in charge of that one is adding the product in which dates. Okay, now we have said it, and if I just show you, there is no file inside login which we have created. Once we store one product, then that one file will get created automatically. So let's save one product. I'm going to save one product, suppose clothes. Okay, clothes, product, description. Let's save it. Once we save it, it will create as a log1, and our product will also get stored. So it is saving it. Yes, so now you can see our product get saved perfectly. So I already did quite many pagination, so if I just increase to 15, we have our products. Okay, now let's see whether our file get created or not. So you can see our file get created with today's date, 21st/08. So like this one, and if you open this file, you can see what details they have said, whatever we have asked them to save, like add product details and then our payload. So timestamp info, because we created as info, add product detail, and here is our details, whatever we have sent. So like this one, and why it is showing today's date, because we have defined it daily basis. So that means you don't have to worry about the size of that file. So it will daily create that file for you automatically. So you have seen how you can create your own logger and these things. Thank you guys, hope you like this video. So don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. In the next tutorial we are going to discuss how you can create your custom config file in which you can define your configuration, like product payment configuration and other configuration. We will see in next topic. Thank you all.